Expectations for you have been pretty high since you got here. What was it like to produce the way you did this past week?
I just knew it was a part of the game plan. I knew it would eventually come. Just being patient, playing within, the plan that they have for the week.
What gives you that confidence? That you said knew it was going to happen eventually. What makes you believe that?
Just playing football. Being on the field, you eventually will make a play, and then knowing your technique and doing what the coaches have taught you, I feel like things will just happen and it'll come to you. So that was my mindset during the game.
I was just going to ask, when you get home the first time, is like collecting sacks like almost contagious? You get the feel for it, and because you're in there a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just curious in kind of the mindset once you do have some success like that.
Yeah, everybody I talk to about getting sacks, they always say they come in bunches. So when you get that first one, you actually have a feeling of where you should be at certain times for the second one. I feel like they just they'll repeat game after game.
When you see the only thing between you and the quarterback is a small running back, what's going through your mind in that moment?
Run them into the quarterback. Don't try to do any moves. Kind of get a smile on your face. The whole game you're never going to get somebody that small, but it's just exciting feeling.
Are you almost surprised when you get in that moment?
Yeah. Because you never expect it, and then when a running back comes out of nowhere and just appears in front of you, you don't have many options but just run them over.
Coming out of last year, where statistically at least it was one of the lower outputs in a while, to have 7 this last game, and you and a bunch of other guys were involved in so many, what kind of a statement or pride did you feel from that performance collectively? I knew this group, would eventually, get to that number, get to the sack number that they wanted to get to. It's a hard-working group, as a whole. When we put in that game plan and everybody's thinking on the same page and everybody's being efficient in practice, eventually we would come home, we would get to the quarterback, and this was the game that I feel like everybody was on the same page.
I don't know your snap count from last year on a per game basis, but you guys are rotating a lot, all over the defense, but particularly in the box. Do you feel fresher? Does that help you be able to do what it is that you do on a play-to-play basis when the snaps may not be 80% of the snaps?
Yeah, I do feel fresher. I feel like last year I was playing 70, 60. If you can play 30 to 26 and you are efficient on the field, I feel like that's really good because you can stay healthy throughout the whole season. And I feel like that's how it's going so far.
From your perspective, what's allowed Tatum and Mateo and Blake and those 3 guys in particular, the young guys, to have so much success and be so involved so early?
They're just hard workers. They're always up in the building, learning the plays and, asking questions. And then you can see it in their performance that when they play, they know exactly what they're doing and they're always in the right spot.
It's about Popo that, when you guys go, and I don't know if you call it rabbits or cheetahs, but 3rd and long, you don't see a lot of 350-pound shades out there, but he's been a productive guy in pass rush. So what is it about him that allows him to stay on the field in those spots where normally it's you and Dorless and etc.?
Yeah, he's different. I didn't know about him when I first got here, but he's different. He has a quick twitch, and then all his moves really work. So I try to learn a lot from him, even though we play different positions. And he's just a good overall player.
Do you feel like opposing teams have thrown quite a few doubles at you, or is it about what you expected when you transferred here?
Yeah, maybe not doubles, but chips from the running back or a tight end. And that's kind of what you expect when offensive line slide different ways. So it's not a big surprise. If they want to protect their quarterback, then that's what they'll do. So yeah.
Is it about what you were getting when you were at South Carolina, or has it been more or less? What do you think?
It's around the same. Yeah, it's the same.
What do you see this week from Stanford? Coach was talking a little bit about their mobility at quarterback. Obviously, that was a challenge a few weeks ago. So what have you seen from their quarterbacks in particular? Yeah,
I feel like Stanford's a pretty good team. 2 quarterbacks. They both can run and both can throw. We just have to be mindful of it. Respect. Their game. Can't look at the opponent or anything like they're different. It's just the next game, Oregon versus Oregon.